Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 10, the beginning of Portfolio 3, where we put the writing process to task for us. We take all the pieces from Portfolio 2 that we've been working on and the research we've been gathering and put it all together in a timely manner as our goal is to write that final essay. So let me share my computer with you and we will get started. All right, week 10. You are going to complete a lecture and activity around writing argumentatively, and then you're going to put this information to task in the form of a thesis statement that you will be turning in by the end of this week. But first, I want to start with the bigger picture. What is Portfolio 3? What are the steps involved, and how am I going to achieve success? And it is a 7-part process, and those 7 parts are labeled for you here. We're at step 1 this week, where we're talking about thesis development. Continue to do step 2, which you already started. You should at this point have 3 sources, but you want to get yourself to 6 by the end of that week before we start the annotated bibliography. So just a couple weeks away. Annotated bibliography is step 3. Step 4 is the outline of your research paper. Step 5 is the rough draft and a self-reflection. Step 6 is to complete a peer review of one of your classmates' papers. Step 7 is to revise and submit, given all this feedback that you've received. The criteria for success is here. There is a rubric for you in D2L, but I have also provided you a model of what my final essay looks like that I've been working on with you all semester to give you a really good idea of what it is that I'm looking for. Now, that's not all due this week. That's the big picture view of what it is that we're doing. And it's also, a cautionary tale of why you've got to be on time with your information, because each piece informs the next and builds upon it. And each piece receives feedback from me that I need to have to me in a timely manner so I can get back to you before the next piece is due. So then let's go into what you're doing with the thesis statement. And the first thing is to write a thesis statement and submit it by Wednesday this week, not Sunday night, by Wednesday. So this is a change in the due date of an assignment so that your peers have time to provide you feedback. After you post that thesis statement, you are going to also briefly explain what you're arguing, and then you're going to identify whether your thesis statement follows the Rogerian model or the Tolman model, and this comes from the lecture information that you're going to review. Finally, step 2, and this is the part that's due by Sunday night, is to review and give feedback to at least 2 classmates post where you're explaining to them, is their thesis clear? Is it arguable? Does the structure match the chosen model that they said? They said they're using Rogerian. Is it working with Rogerian? What suggestions can you offer for clarity, focus, or improvement? And again, please be thoughtful. I saw really good work with our last discussion board and making sure that it isn't like, go you, but more supportive and more pushing towards making sure that we're fixing those issues. Now, that feedback is due by Sunday night so that your peers can revise their thesis statement and turn them in. And because of that, here's where you're turning in your thesis statement. Because of that, I've moved the thesis statement back submission to Monday night at 11:59. That gives your peers time to give you feedback. It gives you time to look at that feedback, and it gives you time to then revise and submit your submission for that thesis statement. Now, that thesis statement will not open until that Monday night window because I do not want it in until after you've received feedback. Otherwise, the point of this assignment is not being met. So do make sure that you're adhering to these timelines. Do make sure that you're supportive of your peers and giving somebody feedback. If you see somebody already has feedback, go to someone that does not. That is the best way, the most clear way to make sure you're supporting each other in this online environment. So that is what is due this week. It's really not a lot on you compared to weeks in the past, but the timing of this information is critical. Following those deadlines and those timelines will make sure that I can get the information back to you. Your peers can give you feedback in the moment, and then we can move into the next task, which is to start thinking about our annotated bibliography. I'll check in next week with you, week 11. If you have any questions or concerns, please email me. I'm always happy to help. Happy learning.